Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of the Obscure Moms podcast. I'm Karissa.
And I'm Josie, and we're
It's a
your obscure moms.
true. We're always
And
interrupting
you
each other,
are
huh?
our, yeah, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, they are our obscure children.
So we have a lot of children
Yeah,
because
we
we
do.
have a lot of people. Um,
Yes.
anyway, today we are going to be diving in a little bit into I guess haunted artifacts, haunted items. We thought this would be a fun one. It was originally going to be like haunted toys and kids stuff because we're moms, but I think it might be cool
There's
to just
more.
go in. There is more. There's more
Yeah.
to it. There's more
Yeah.
obscurity than just that. So we thought we would dive into, some famous cases, some internet cases that we've found, and
Yeah.
just kind of talk about that. So let me ask you this while we're on the subject. Have you ever, and I'm going to leave this as like a cliffhanger. Have you ever purchased anything from a thrift store?
From a thrift
Like,
store.
I mean, obviously we have, but
Yeah.
that wasn't clothes, like an item, like a box or I know you didn't buy a doll or anything, but have you ever bought in like an item from a thrift store besides clothes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll leave that
Now,
as a
now
cliffhanger.
I'm scared.
Of course you are.
Now I'm scared. Do I burn them? Just kidding.
Burn 'em. Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today, but I think we should get into our weeks.
WTF?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, what the fuck happened in your week?
I was thinking about this because I obviously struggle every week except last week. We've been trying to move, so there's been a lot of chaos within our house, and the cats are into everything, knocking everything over. The baby is teething.
Oh, yeah.
Thing 1, 2, and 3 have been on spring break. So it's been a little bit chaotic. We went to Gauss. What is it? Oh, you're still over there. What is
Oh,
it?
wow.
Galco's. We went to
Tell him
Galco's.
we haven't officially invited him onto the podcast. Just kidding.
She said we haven't officially invited you yet. Anyway, we went to Galco's. We went to the Glendale Galleria, which I've never
Sure.
been to.
You haven't been there?
No, it was my first time, and it showed because we couldn't even figure out how to get in that place. And also, it was a very confusing mall. But anyway, yeah, we went to Galco's. That was pretty much what happened this week for us.
So,
Yeah,
okay, what kind of soda did you make?
I didn't. Thing 2 did.
Okay.
Thing 2, and we took her friend. So her friend
Uh-huh.
also made one. I think her friend made a strawberry soda, and thing 2 made a mixture of like 3 different flavors. It was good. It was actually pretty good.
Mm.
I got a RC in a bottle, which I already
Um,
drank, and I got another type of cola.
mhm.
Yeah, that's my story. I didn't make one.
Fun.
They also have sandwiches back there in the back of the store, and I never tried one. I didn't even
Mhm.
know. I think that was only my second time there, so
I've never
I
been. Next
yeah,
time we
it's
should
pretty
go.
cool.
Next time and there we should go to
And vlog again.
Blah. Yes.
Vlog, yeah.
Blog.
And we'll get sandwiches
Yeah.
because they look
And
good.
and then we'll make our own obscure sodas.
Yeah, it's in LA. We'll put the address somewhere. If you haven't been, if you're from the area, you should check it out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what about you?
I was thinking about this too, and last week was, I think, was rough mentally for me. Um, it's hard. I think being a single mom gets to me sometimes. I really do my best to like, not that I push it aside, but just like, um, I have a baby. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know, like I have a baby, and
Yeah.
um, I'll think about that maybe later. And then it just kind of piles on, and then I had him. Well, I don't want to get too much TMI, or maybe I should, but I guess our scheduling just, it didn't really
Mm.
make it was just kind of off this time, so I had him for like 3 weeks straight. Um, and
And with
it's rough.
little, not no help, but little help.
Yeah,
So,
little help. I do have help, but it's not as much. So it was rough. Um, and he usually gets picked up on Thursday nights, but on Wednesday, I was like, I don't know if I can make it till tomorrow. Like that, I was just so, I don't know. I cried, and I was like, I felt bad because it's my baby,
yeah.
but I also needed a break, and so he got picked up, which I'm grateful for. But he comes back tomorrow, and I miss him. So,
I
but
hope.
yeah, I mean, huh?
Well, I hope that you know, refresh was good for you. I mean, I know it
Yeah,
was, but you know, we
yeah.
need that sometimes to
I
a clear
do.
mind.
I do. I sleep in, and sometimes I take naps, and I just kind of clean up around here, and um, I did my nails. So just little things
For
for
you.
myself. Yeah, for myself. So that was rough for me. And then I'm just gonna preface, I have glitter on my face. If you guys see, we went to a little event today. If you just, it's not your screen, it's my actual face. I'm the skin of a, this is the skin of a killer,
Literally was gonna
right?
say that. Are
So,
you in the
oh, and this is
sun right
slime.
now?
I know. And this is slime because maybe it'll help me stop fidgeting so much with like my hair and everything else in my life, in my body. So,
We'll still find
um,
something to fidget with.
yeah, but hopefully this helps me a little bit. But yeah, that was my week last week. Um, I'm trying to think about anything else, but, and I really try not to bring it down. Like I want to be like, I had the best week ever,
No,
but
no, it
realistically,
happens.
sorry, yeah. So
It happens.
yeah,
It's just,
that was
it,
my week.
I think most moms can relate. Most
Yeah,
single parents can relate with you. Even ones that aren't single can relate with you, I'm sure.
yeah,
Uh, it's exhausting and draining sometimes, so.
yeah. It is,
But you're doing what you can, so that's what matters.
and I'm
And
doing the damn thing.
there you go.
That's it. You're doing it too. You're
You,
whoever's watching. You,
you, not me. Just kidding.
you too. What the hell?
I
You're
have
not
one on my
single, but
lap
you're
right now.
doing it.
Yeah,
What,
I have one on my lap right now.
child?
No,
I know.
but yes.
No, but yes.
Yeah. So what stories moving into
Mm-hmm.
our haunted
Our
artifacts or items did you find?
hold on. Let me pull them up.
I
Give me
know
1 second.
there's. Do you have any personal stories?
I thought about that too, and not really, because I was kind of afraid of dolls. I had a friend that was afraid of like those life size dolls, and my mom would buy them for me, and I never understood her fear.
Hmm.
And then I don't know if you ever did this, but like, when you watch Toy Story and then you kind of like, you leave your toys and then you kind of like sneak up on them, or like pretend you're napping to like catch them in the act. But they never worked for me. So, uh, I do remember specifically or vividly, I had a dream, and even to this day, I don't know if it was a dream because we had neighbors. We lived in an apartment, and in the neighbor's house.
Your sound got a little weird.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah. I don't know if you're drifting back further, but
Um, I don't. I vaguely remember like taking a nap in one of the girls' room, and like I was like half asleep, and I was opening my eyes, and I saw the toys moving, and they were walking around. It could have been a dream. I don't know. I was little. So like, I still think about to this day, like, was that a dream? But you know how sometimes like your memories as a kid, like they're hazy.
yeah.
Um, so I'll think about that memory sometimes, and I'm like, was that real or was that like just a dream? Who
Yeah, I
knows?
have dreams. I have things like that I remember too, and I wonder the same thing. I guess
Yeah,
we'll never know.
yeah. But that's one for me, like specifically. Like I do remember that like dolls were like up and about, and I was like afraid to let them know I was awake. Yeah. I did find. Let me see. Okay, so this is about a haunted doll that lives in Japan.
Okay.
Her name is Okiku. Okay. She
So what
was a
about
gift. What?
Okay, go on. You saying that name is I'm surprised you say it. You
Oh
kind of have
shit, you're
to.
right. I don't claim any negative energy from this episode. Okay, she had a name.
You already said it. It's too
I know.
late.
She was a gift from a boy to his sister in 1918.
Okay, wow, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. The girl loved the doll and lavished love on it until the worst happened. The girl, sorry, it says her name, but I don't want to say her name either. The girl, the girl passed away from the flu pandemic less than a year later. The family placed the doll in the shrine that they made for the girl. This is common, a shrine in the home for the deceased. The family cared for it diligently when they noticed something odd. The doll's hair started to grow.
What the hell?
Yeah. Mildly freaked out, they gave the doll over to a temple for safekeeping in 1938. She remains at the temple, and some people believe that her hair continues to grow.
Well, how long is it? Is there like a picture of the doll that
You
we
know what? I
can look?
think I saw a video of this, and her hair is long.
I'm gonna look her up.
Look
We'll
her
put
up.
it in here, but how do you even?
Okiku.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Oh, oh,
Slime. It looks ugly, but it's coffee scented. Anyways, do you see it?
yeah. She's pretty
Yeah.
creepy looking, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of all are, but
Yeah.
it's I think it's partly the age of these dolls and partly like the design
Mhm.
can play a factor. I think it's common, isn't it? It's like always something someone gives you or you buy it from someone who owned it previously.
Well, we spoke about this in the first episode, right? With the lamp.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it could be anything really. It's
Well,
not, it
that
doesn't have to
lamp
be a
did
toy.
belong to the lady that lived there
Right. So,
prior, so I don't know.
yeah.
That's weird, but it was, blah, blah, blah. Should I go or was there another one?
Um, there's
You
another
said it was
one.
in Japan, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Japan.
Sorry. How
Let me
weird. That
see.
was
Hold
so
on.
long ago, and the fact that she's still like in a case somewhere,
Hmm.
her hair grows. Like how long did it her hair is pretty long for a doll, but like, how long was it when she first
I know. And then to
got
notice
it?
that the hair was growing, obviously it was,
Growing a lot.
yeah, it was growing a lot for a
Yeah.
doll. Okay, Mandy the doll was created sometime between 1910 and 1920. She is now on display at the, I don't know how to pronounce this. Que, Queensnell.
Okay. Spell it.
Queusnel and District Museum in Canada. Mandy arrived anonymously, its owner
Quesnel.
having had an eerie and frightening experience with Mandy. While she was alone in the house, the previous owner had heard a sound from an infant what? Coming from the basement. However, there
Fucking
was no baby in
Otis.
the home. There was no baby in the home. But the doll, question mark, Mandy was in the basement. Or so they
Hmm.
thought. Finally, the owner went to the basement to only find an open window and Mandy missing. Mandy was back that morning. Once Mandy came to the museum, weird and odd experiences started happening, ranging from missing lunches to Mandy going for a stroll and disappearing from her
What the?
perch by the door. Letta, short for Letta Me Out, was discovered beneath a house in Australia. She is a 200-year-old doll who also likes to promenade about the home. The owner of the doll and the house find what? And the house finds scuff marks, scuff marks, and often hears her moving around. So that is Mandy. So she is a Letta Me Out doll from Australia, mate.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, what are your
It
stories?
looks like they have her in a case. I looked her up. It looks like they have her in a case like they have the Annabelle doll, but not like
She's porcelain.
it looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or like some sort of a plastic, maybe acrylic. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Um well, there was one. So this is kind of what I wanted to touch on because in magic, mirrors or anything that has a reflection can manifest a spirit or
Mm-hmm.
a image of a spirit in it. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why a lot of people say to lock your mirrors with like Florida water, which is a cleansing liquid or tool that
Oh, uh-huh.
people use, like drawing like a whatever, like a sigil that you have that resembles protection for you that's been activated,
Mm-hmm.
or a pentacle because pentacles are very good for protection, which a lot of people don't know. To lock a mirror with that because things can they can act as portals. But anything like shiny, like a mirror or a crystal ball, or what else is shiny? Like a mirror. Did I say I said that already? So
Yes.
there's scrying mirrors, which are basically like they look like a mirror. They're black, but they're reflective. So there is a story of a. It's actually in.
I have a mirror in front of me right here too.
Yeah, you don't. They say not to have a mirror pointed towards your bed. Some people cover the
No,
mirrors at night. Some
I just
people
faced that one away.
don't even, yeah, some people don't even have mirrors in their room at all.
Also,
Yeah.
also, okay, when okay, I believe this too, right? About mirrors. I remember when growing up, when I had the most sleep paralysis was when I would sleep in front of mirrors. Because growing up, when we lived in the Rosemead house, mostly I think all the rooms had mirrors attached to the doors,
Oh,
behind the
okay.
doors. So in one room when I stayed there, the mirror was just facing the bed. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't move, you know what I mean? So I think that's where I experienced a lot of sleep paralysis.
Right.
Also, in Thing Two's room is where
Yeah.
I had that experience as well. And then the mirror,
Closet
right?
doors.
The
Yeah.
closet doors. And then the old previous home that I lived in here in LV, the room, I don't know if you ever saw it, but
Mm-mm.
there's a whole wall of mirror.
Oh no.
And I wasn't okay with it. I was like, we need to cover it. We need to find a curtain or something like,
Yeah.
but that didn't
Yeah.
happen. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a lot of people use those to scry, to like connect with people, and sometimes they could be the right people, and sometimes they could be trickster spirits who are not necessarily who they say they are. But
mm-hmm.
this story, I the mirror, it's a mirror based story, so not a doll
Okay.
but a mirror, and it is actually in the Warrens museum, the
Oh,
occult
okay.
museum
Yeah. Have
that they started.
I?
Yeah. So let's see. The story begins with a family who purchased the mirror unaware of its dark history. The mirror is said to have come from an old abandoned property where it was discovered by the family. Once the mirror was brought into their home, they started experiencing strange and unsettling occurrences, including eerie reflections, disturbing visions, and the feeling of being watched. It was reported that the mirror seemed to have a malevolent presence. Anyone who looked into it claimed to see distorted or shadowy figures, often appearing as dark shapes that were not reflected in the room itself. According to the Warrens, the mirror acted as a portal of sorts, trapping spirits and allowing them to manifest through its surface. People who looked into the mirror for too long would often experience a sense of dread, and some claimed that it would even transport them into another darker version of the room or the space where it was kept. It's as if the mirror had a way of distorting reality, showing things that shouldn't be there or showing glimpses of terrifying supernatural phenomena. In one of the most disturbing cases, a family member who had been drawn to it for several months was said to have become increasingly obsessed with the mirror, often spending hours staring into it. Eventually, they became mentally disturbed, feeling trapped by the visions that they saw and terrified by what they believed was the presence of evil spirits looking back at them. The haunting escalated until the family sought help from paranormal investigators, including Ed and Lorraine Warren. When they investigated, they determined the mirror was not just haunted, but that it was actively pulling spirits into it, trapping them within its frame. Lorraine Warren claimed to have felt an overwhelming negative energy surrounding the mirror and described it as a portal. So they ended up taking this mirror to their museum. They have these items in their museum blessed by a Catholic priest every month, from the research that I did.
Mm-hmm.
So that
So
way it's
like,
just like to keep
uh-huh,
the containment, you know. It
uh-huh.
might not be fully contained, or because I'm sure these things are still active at in some degree.
I do remember hearing like when I was a kid, um, that I think I heard a story. A girl had told me that she saw something in her television when it was turned off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after she told me that, I was totally freaked out.
Yeah.
I would cover my TVs as I got older, but like as a little girl, like I would turn off the TV and then would run out. Or
Yeah.
like I would stare like at the TV and I'd get too scared and then I'd just like freak out or cry. But yeah,
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah, that's that reflection. So anything that they can
Yeah.
reflect off of, it's possible for them to kind of get through. So I know that I've locked the bedroom mirror in my room, which I probably should do. You should probably do that frequently if you're not doing that. Just you can even wipe it down with Florida water and just put it out there like I am locking this mirror. Nothing can come through. Nothing can get in. Nothing can get out. Just it's sealed. Just put it out there. Because your words are more important, like more powerful, not more important. I mean, they're important, but at the same time, they're more powerful than these spirits, especially if they're not who you want them to be or say that they are. There was another one, the Devil's Rocking Chair.
Nope.
Is one of the most infamous and chilling artifacts in the Warrens Occult Museum. It's a wooden chair. It's deeply tied to a dark and disturbing history of paranormal activity. The chair originally belonged to a family who experienced violent and terrifying paranormal events in their home. The family reported that the chair would often move on its own, rocking back and forth, which we've seen in movies. No one would be sitting in it. The unsettling phenomenon was accompanied by other disturbing occurrences such as strange sounds, cold spots, and unexplained shadows. So obviously it escalated to the point where the Warrens had to go in again and remove the item, because what these things do is they just use a vessel. So it can, you can remove it from the vessel, but it can find another vessel. So they just take the item and go lock it up, and it's kind of stuck.
I couldn't imagine having that type of museum in your house, like that type of collectibles.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's their job, but.
Right. Yeah. So in the movies, the Conjuring movies, they show, like, it's not obviously the real museum, but the real museum actually does look very similar to it. Like, there's artifacts everywhere, and there's certain things that are locked up in boxes because of their energy. Now I'm assuming that they're all bad, the ones that they take into their museum.
Yeah. I wonder who's in charge of their museum now.
I think the son-in-law of
they have a
Ed
daughter, right?
and Lorraine. Yeah, Judy, their daughter Judy. I think her husband took over. I don't know why it wasn't Judy. Maybe she was just like, I don't want a fucking part of this. I don't want to really be involved in it.
I see that.
I don't even know if
she
she
grew up with it.
Right. And I wonder if she ever, like, I know she had, like,
experiences. Because in the movies, right, she, like, would hear stuff and she would go into that room or something. And her mom would tell her not to go in there.
Yeah. She's still alive. So her husband is the one who at least was running the tour that I watched, that I had seen. I don't know if I know there's, like, they have a guy, I forgot his name, who built the boxes of some of the items are in. And he's like heavily affiliated with the Catholic Church. So he would build the crucifix and he would build the box, put them in there, and just make sure that from what, whatever you believe is what you believe. I think the intent behind anything is what I believe is very powerful. So if they had the intent to stick this thing in a box and not to let its energy escape that box, I think that's what can happen. So I know
I want to hear her side story. Does she have, like, a documentary or something?
Judy?
Or, like, yeah.
I don't know. That would be really interesting.
That would
Maybe we can get her on the podcast.
Come on our podcast. I want to hear your stories.
Everybody would love that.
Yeah.
It's like
That'd be so interesting.
How cool were your parents? And I'm like obsessed. I have the Funko Pops of of Ed and Lorraine Warren. I know they're the actors, but I love their characters.
Yeah.
I love the actors that play them so much.
Yeah. Ed in that movie, he is fine.
You know the lady who plays Lorraine, Vera. She's so pretty, and I thought she was Tysa's mom. Like for years, her sister, the one that's in American Horror Story. Look her up, Tysa Farmiga.
Hold on, my ear's itching. What does
And
that
Vera
mean?
is actually in a metal band.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, she's so pretty. You should look it up. But they look so much alike. Those two sisters, and they're both in the horror genre when they act. They're both actresses, so look at my.
Oh, that's her sister?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact: right when the first season of American Horror Story came out, I remember me and Carlos, we watched it. We were like totally obsessed. So we drove to Pasadena. And this was before they put the fence up.
Yeah.
And like there's a picture of me, like if I find it, we'll see if I can insert it, but I'm like,
yeah, do that.
Cute. I'll ask Carlos. Yeah, and then because we went and knocked on the door and we were like,
oh no.
I forgot what we had asked. I don't remember, but they were so
Did
super
someone
nice.
live there?
Yeah. They were so super nice, and they're like, yeah, I have to ask Carlos about that conversation, but yeah, we went. It was before they had put the fence up. Like I remember everything vividly, and we're like, oh, let's take a picture, and then that was it. That was pretty cool.
That's cool. I've never been to like a place like that where they've filmed stuff like that. I would like to, and it's got to still be there.
Yeah, it is.
You know where I really want to go is New Orleans, because they filmed the American Horror Story Coven there, and the house that they stayed in, where the school was of the witches.
Didn't they also film? They take what?
Oh, they take good, like, cute pictures there.
Oh yeah,
I want to go.
They didn't they also film that? I don't know the name of the season, but the one with the lady would kill all those black people. Remember that one? That's Coven?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, because she was like Marie Laveau. She was one of that one witch. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And then the real actual place where she did that is still there.
Yeah.
So it's very haunted.
Yeah, it is.
That place is very.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Haunted. They do a lot of.
It would be like a goal to do like a. These cats are going crazy. Like a field trip, podcast field trip, to go do something like that. I know you'd probably fucking shit your pants, but it would be fun. So back to thrifting.
Oh, thrifting.
So you said you bought things from a thrift store. Yeah. Have you ever brought something home and like things start going bad for you or get weird or?
No, because when I learned that spirits could be attached to objects, I was in the early stages of my spirituality journey. So I would like sage or like cleanse the items. Yeah. I don't do that much. I don't really do that now for reasons I just can't do here.
I think you can do it like mentally also. Like I said, intention is important.
But no, I have not. Thankfully, I have not. Have you?
Yeah. I have not purchased anything.
Uh-huh.
I have not purchased anything and noticed anything happen, but I know your brother has brought things home that give me the heebie-jeebies or make me feel a
Mm.
certain way. Like there's a I gotta find it. I don't even know where it is right now. I can't even remember what it was. It was like it was a little figure,
Oh,
and
excuse me.
it just gave me I don't know. But recently, he actually brought home a little wooden music box,
Oh.
and it was cute. It looked weird. Like I don't know where it came from. Didn't
Uh-huh.
look like it was super old, but it also didn't look like modern. So I don't know how old
Mm-hmm.
it was, but it would go off by itself.
No.
Who's over there? The cabinet literally just. I don't know if it
Stop.
was one of the. I'm not playing. The cabinet just. Who are you playing with me?
I don't claim any negative energy.
Yeah. So this music box would go off by itself. I think we ended up getting rid of it because I was like,
Mm.
yeah, no. But it
Who
might have
was
been the
over
cat
there?
because she just
Okay.
walked over here. What were you doing, Melinda? Trying to scare everybody. Well, okay. So I ask because a lot of these stories that I've looked up, or even the one of the ones you mentioned,
I don't want to say his name because say it's bad.
Melinda? No.
But
Who?
it's a boy doll.
Oh yeah, the one from
Yes.
Germany.
Does
Was
it
it
start with an
Germany?
R?
I'm not
We will
gonna say
insert
it.
his name somewhere.
Yeah.
But
Was he from
you're
Germany
supposedly.
or something? The Europe somewhere, right?
I don't remember. You know what? I have this over here. I will read you the story.
Okay, read it.
Give me a second.
Hurry. I have corn nuts. I want to eat some.
Eat some.
Sponsored by Corn Nuts.
That would be amazing. I used to eat them with lemon, and sometimes I would eat them with ranch.
Ew, what?
I
How?
know.
Like dip your
It's a
fingers in it too? Or
no.
pour them
It's
in
a
ranch?
weird. Okay, so okay, it's gonna be a weird story because when we would go to the church, I don't know who or what company or what organization donated a bunch of goodie bags, and in the goodie bags had corn nuts and ranch and like some other stuff, just like random stuff, like packets of like the like Hidden Valley Ranch. Sponsor
Ugh.
me, and then
Ew,
and
they're gross.
um
Sorry.
and me and my sister would put ranch in the ranch flavored corn nuts, and it was delicious. So, anyways, um.
Okay.
Oh, Germany, yes.
Okay.
You're correct. This is a long
Yeah.
story, I think. Oh my goodness, this is a long story.
Maybe like get a short version of it.
Okay. All right. Okay, so it says the doll, which I'm not going to say his name, we'll insert it somewhere, is a haunted doll from Key West, Florida, but I believe he's from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Once owned by a boy named, which is the same name, we'll put it somewhere, given to him by a servant rumored to practice voodoo.
Ooh.
The doll was blamed for strange behavior and accidents. The little boy would blame the doll, and others reported the doll moving, changing expressions, and giggling. Now haunted at the East Martello Museum, the doll is said to be cursed. Oh, to curse those who disrespect him, with visitors reporting bad luck afterwards. So I've also heard that you're not supposed to look at this doll in the eyes. So when I
Yeah.
like was searching like stories for this, I was like,
Yeah.
like,
That
try
makes
not to look, um, and then also that if you do, bad shit happens too.
yeah. I also heard taking it might have been that story, I think it was. Taking pictures of it,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Without its permission.
Mhm.
So,
Yep. Yep.
yeah, it's
That's
pretty
a spooky one
creepy.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, well, the thrifting one. So gifts, or buying things that were pre-owned would lead me to Annabelle, which most people have seen the movie, most people know the story, but I'm going to get into it anyway because it's one of my favorites.
Mhm.
I am drinking out of my Annabelle cup. Annabelle did not look like this. If those of you who have not seen it, or don't know the real story, she was actually a Raggedy Ann doll. And fun fact is, I saw one at the thrift store maybe a month ago. Same size, same doll.
Did you get it?
No,
Oh.
I don't know. Something told me not to do it, so I listened because I'm not trying to fuck around, especially with a
Mhm.
baby in the house. No thanks.
Mhm.
So I left it there. Um, it was gone the next time because I've already been there again, but yeah, anyway, she was a Raggedy Ann doll. Let's see. I have some more specific notes, but I know off the top of my head, she was gifted from a lady to her daughter. She bought her at a
Mhm.
thrift store. They would notice weird things like once the doll came in the house, like it would move on its own. It would be on one side of the couch and it would end up on the other side, or just it would be misplaced. Not
Mhm.
where it was super noticeable, but it was still noticeable. I think at one point, what I heard the son-in-law of Ed Warren talking about
Mhm.
was they were like, "Are we crazy, or is there something going on? Is someone coming in the house when we're not here?" So they did
Actually,
something with like tape to the bottom of the door when they left one day to see if anyone had come in
mhm.
or come out, something. The tape was still intact on the door, but the doll had moved. I think she was on the opposite side of the couch and her legs were crossed or uncrossed.
Mhm.
And they purposely left her in a specific position when they left.
Mhm.
And she was
I.
kind of opposite of whatever that was.
Mhm.
And then they started finding notes. I think it was on parchment paper with crayons that would say, "Help us." And then there
Mhm.
was one that said, "Help me." And they apparently there was no parchment paper or crayons in that house. So they were like, "What the fuck? Like, what is
Mhm.
this?"
Mhm.
Donna was the mom's name.
You could only like. I feel like when you're experiencing something like that, you have to like try to think logical to make yourself feel sane.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know, because I
Yeah,
think the last thing you want to think about is something that you own is haunted.
right. They so there's a lot of stories about they actually claim she's a very dangerous doll because
Mm.
of what controls her. So that's they brought in a medium to try. I think one of the friends of the mom was like, "Hey, I know some psychic medium.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to figure out what is going on with the doll." So they brought her in and the lady told her that there was a girl that died in a car accident, I think, which they say that I think they go over this in the movie. They took
Mm-hmm.
a lot of facts from the movie, but a little girl that died, she was like 7 years old in a car accident, and that's who was haunting the
Mm-hmm.
doll. But they were like, well, why the doll was at that point kind of being a little aggressive. So
Mm-hmm.
like, why would this little girl feel the need to be aggressive? But
Mm-hmm.
so they got into, let's see, looks like Lou, a friend of Donna and Angie, was skeptical about the paranormal occurrences surrounding Annabelle. One night he had a terrifying encounter where the doll supposedly attacked him, leaving scratch marks on his chest. And I think that's the one where he was like, he saw the doll moving and he's like, nah, chalking it up to like, this is just a doll. Like,
Mhm.
she can't do anything. And like chucks her across the room. And then that night, he had all these scratches all over him.
Mm.
It says he also reported feeling an invisible force pinning him down.
Mm.
So yeah, a psychic medium was consulted who claimed that a spirit named Annabelle Higgins had attached itself to the doll seeking love and attention from the woman. The spirit, according to the medium, was a young girl who had died in the field where the apartment building stood. So they brought in Ed and Lorraine Warren. They concluded that the entity was not a harmless spirit, but rather a demonic presence using Annabelle as a vessel to gain access to the woman.
Mm.
They believe the demon was manipulating the woman with the illusion of a lost child's spirit to gain control.
Mm.
They believed Annabelle was not just a haunted doll, but a conduit for evil, capable of manipulating and harming people. Suggested that the doll caused violent events, causing near accidents and spiritual attacks, even when it wasn't in their possession. So the doll was eventually taken to the museum, the Warren's Occult Museum, where it remains in a glass case with a warning: positively do not open. That's the guy that I was telling you about, is the guy who created those cases.
Mhm.
The case is secured with a special lock designed to prevent any interaction with the doll, as the Warrens feared it would cause harm.
Mhm.
I do remember the guy who was building the boxes telling a story about how they had a guest in there. I don't think it's open to the public anymore, unless it's on special terms.
Mhm.
But they had at one point a guy in there, and he was like tapping on the glass, like
Yeah.
what's the word? They're
Aggravating,
maybe aggravating.
bothering,
I don't know, whatever.
disturbing.
Essentially. So
Right.
tapping on
Yeah.
the glass, really like like,
Forcefully,
yeah. Why can't I
abruptly.
speak?
Uh,
Something.
because it's 10:30.
So yeah. So he was tapping on the glass and he ends up getting kicked out. They tell him to leave. They're
Mhm.
like, we're not fucking around like that.
Yeah.
He leaves on a motorcycle and gets in a car
Oh,
accident and he dies.
yeah. I heard about that one.
Yeah.
I also heard something similar about the previous story I just said.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This was a while ago. So maybe I'm confusing them. Maybe it was about her.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah,
Let's
that's
see.
crazy.
I think there was another one. One of the most chilling stories involves the Warrens' driver, who, after dismissing the doll's power,
Mm.
experienced a near fatal car accident.
Yeah.
So another car accident.
Mhm.
Yeah, so she's still in, and you know what's crazy is the video that I was watching. They take that doll out to like conventions in that
What the?
case. They
What
don't
the
take
hell?
her out of the case, but they take the case with them. I think they said that they've taken her out like three, not out of the box, but out of the museum like three times. I was like, I wonder if Ed and Lorraine were
Be
turning in
okay
their
with that?
grave hearing about that. Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like they would not be okay with that.
Yeah,
But
they had the museum in their home for a reason.
yeah.
Like, no, it wasn't for everyone to see.
Yeah, it's just dangerous. Like
Yeah.
what if the case broke while you guys were out? Do you have a backup box? Like if you claim she's that dangerous.
Mhm. I
I
know.
don't know.
I know that she is obviously old. Like, what year was this? Like in Was she?
Let me see. I know it was like in the 60s or 70s.
60s, yeah. And the movies just came out, what, like 10 years ago?
Yeah. 1970.
She's the modern Chucky,
Yeah.
even though he's not real.
Right.
But
Yeah, so it was 1970 when the doll was given to
you're the glitch bitch.
the nursing student, Donna. Me?
Yeah, you just
Damn
glitched.
it. Damn it.
So she was given to a nursing student.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But it was
she's like
by her
all
mom.
looks all
By her mom.
innocent.
But the mom bought
Yeah.
it at a thrift store. So in
Mm,
1970 and I think 1971 is when they brought in Ed and Lorraine. They're like, fuck
okay.
this.
Isn't that
So
crazy? Like I don't know how long their career was or find it interesting. Like I don't know how long their career was, but they had a lot of business.
honestly, there are so many things in that room.
Yeah, that they don't talk about, huh?
Oh yeah, no. But I'm sure they would, but it would probably take forever. But even when I was watching I was watching several interviews with them,
Mm-hmm.
they were like big shots. They were the people to call when you had a problem that couldn't be
And
handled.
this
Like,
is before social media. Like
yeah.
they
And
were
the fact that
pretty
they would
there.
the stories that these people were saying were like, "Oh, I just called up Ed and Lorraine Warren." Like, "Oh, their number
Yeah.
was public information. You could just call them up and they answer the phone. It's not like you have to call and speak to a representative and plus fucking send an email and hope that they respond."
Mm-hmm.
Like, no,
Speak
they're
to their assistant, their secretary, and then their assistant, and then the chain of
they're
command.
there. Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So they
Yeah. It's
were
wild.
I love it. The paranormal investigating, the gifts that she had or didn't have. I think she did, but she blew it out of the proportion maybe
Proportion.
sometimes. Like Sabrina was saying in our other episode where
Mm-hmm. Oh, she would like
she
hype it up because she was.
yeah.
What did she say? She was a little blinded, or she
Oh,
was.
glitch bitch. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. Like hype it up just for
To
the
put a show.
the
Put on a
clicks
show.
the clicks
Right.
that didn't exist back then.
For clout.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
Also, I got a new sign that says you cannot see it except up there. It says, "All I need is coffee and plants," and there's a skull holding up a coffee pot. Just
you
because
get at
you're,
the
I don't know
thrift
why.
store.
At the bin store.
Oh, okay. I was like, did you
Yeah.
get it at the thrift store?
No. Um. Yeah, for clout. Probably she. I mean, they were obviously popular, so they were getting calls. Maybe her. Oh, her gifts were probably getting a little bit clouded.
Yeah,
So
like Sylvia Brown.
yes.
Yeah,
So
there
have
was
you ever bought anything or been given anything?
okay. I don't know if you remember this trend that was going
I
on
do. I
like,
know exactly what you're saying right now.
do you?
Just kidding. Go.
Damn. I thought you,
Wait,
well, do you? Do you? Let's
maybe.
see. Let's test it.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Was it you at a thrift store and then you would like use an app
Mm-hmm.
and then this one time went to the thrift store and you went up to a doll and then it had like a bunch of activity?
Yeah, I went
Literally,
actually
I knew
before,
exactly what you're talking about.
right before we started, I went and found that filter.
Oh, real? Oh, really?
So this filter is supposed to pick up energy, and I was testing it out in the room. I was putting the baby to sleep in the dark. And I was like going around the room. It wasn't finding anything. And I would put it on myself and it would pick it up, or the baby would pick it up. I would put it on my hand, it would pick it up. I'm like, I don't understand how it works, but it picks up
Mm-hmm.
body heat, I don't fucking know. It's a camera. How does it do that? So, I don't know, but I have the filter saved so we can maybe check it out. I'll take a video maybe and stick it in here, or I could do it right now, but I don't really know if it would work that well. Have I ever bought anything? No, but well, I don't know. Maybe. But like I said earlier, your brother has brought a couple things home that, you know.
Yeah.
But there wasn't one time when I did go to the thrift store, and I think it might have been that time where I recorded those dolls. One of them really wanted to come home with me. Really wanted to come home with me. She was literally would not let me stop thinking about her at the store. I don't remember which one it was in that video. I think I'll have to look for that video. I don't even know if it exists anymore, actually. But she was like, take me home, take me home, take me home. The whole time I was walking around, I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'm not going to do it. I don't know. I think I even mentioned it to your brother. He's like, yeah, how about don't? So I was like, whatever. And he doesn't fucking exactly believe in all this. So I got home and I was like,
Yeah, you're glitch bitch.
again?
Yeah, a little bit. Your eye went like this.
Oh, cool. Lazy eye bitch. So I got home and I was like, still thinking about this doll. I really, really wanted to go back and get her. I feel like she was really trying to get here. I don't know why. I don't know if she was a negative thing or a positive thing. She just wanted a home. I don't know. I didn't go back, but now when my grandma passed away, she had a doll that she's had since she was a little girl. I think she got it in the 30s, sometime when she was little. So my aunt and everyone on my dad's side, which was my dad's mom, hated this doll, was terrified of this doll. And since I was little, I really liked the doll. There's a picture of me that I can try to find with my grandma with the doll when I was little. So my aunt gave me the doll because she's like, I literally don't want this thing anywhere near me. I don't know why. It's sitting in my lap right now. She's been here the whole time. So, should I show her? She's scary. Yeah. Thing 3 does not like it. Actually, probably none of them really like it very much. So the weird thing about this doll,
over again.
which I wanted to bring up when Carlos was here, was how he was like, "Oh, I can help people find stuff that is lost." Well, we moved here, and I could not find the doll for the life of me. I could not find it anywhere. And so I should have brought that up to Carlos, but I had already found her. But I swore that thing too threw it away when she was cleaning out her room. So I was pretty upset. I think I did a little spell to find it. One day I went to go clean out the storage and I was like, open this box. Something told me open this box. I opened it and she was sitting on the top of it was so weird.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Reveal her in 3. There she is.
In 3? There she is. This is her. I don't know her name. No one in the family knows her name. This is my grandma's doll. I looked her up. She's like from the 1930s. And they got them, I think both my grandma and her sister got them brand new. You're like closing
Yeah, I'm like...
She's, okay, so she's a family heirloom. She's not. She wasn't. She was gifted to me from a family member. She's never been in anyone else's possession but my grandma. And my grandma got her brand new, so nothing weird about her. She's creepy as fuck, maybe, but I feel like if anybody is in here now, it's my grandma. So we're good. We're
Okay.
good.
Hi, Grandma.
I'm gonna put her over here. Yeah.
Okay.
So if Sabrina's watching this,
Oh yeah.
I need to know her name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. No one in my family knows her name. I wish somebody knew, but
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah.
I remember when you were looking for that doll. Where's that doll? And you were just like scabbing. I'm gonna look in things 2 room. And you just would. I know you had it.
Yeah. And I remember the pink bin that she used to be in when we moved here, and I know that she like went and cleaned her room out, and I swore she threw it away. I was so devastated. It's like my blanket that I had when I was
Your
since I was
comfort.
a baby. Yeah, my mom threw it away. I
I know
found out
that
when I was
feeling.
like 12. Yeah.
Mm,
Messed up, man.
that sucks.
Don't ever do that.
Yeah, don't do that to your kids
Yeah. Let them throw it
or
away if they
adults.
want.
Yeah.
I remember one time my mom like tried to sew it into something else. That might have been my sister's because my sister had one too. And she like tried to sew it into something else, and I was just like, no.
What are you doing?
Leave it alone.
I
It doesn't belong
still
to you.
have dreams with my old blankie. Yeah. So like I tell myself like, you know what, if I ever find it like at a swap meet or like
Oh my gosh.
in a thrift store or I don't care.
Imagine.
It's mine. Yeah, it's meant to be mine. Yeah. I think about it every time I go to the swap meet or I go to the thrift store. I kind of just like it crosses my mind. So
What
maybe
did
one
it
day.
look like?
Uh it was 2 Native Americans, a little boy and a little girl, and then there's a peacock and the peacock's mad and the little girl's like all like coy because the little boy took off a feather
To
from
give
the
her?
peacock, yeah, to give her. So he's just like, and she's just like, oh, and the peacock's mad, and it was
Aw,
like green, blue, and it was like super cute. Yeah, yours?
that sucks.
Yeah.
Mine was actually uh not knit. Was it
Mm.
knitted or crocheted?
Crochet.
I don't know. I don't know the difference. I think it might have been
I
I
think
don't know.
crochet's smaller.
I think it was a knitted blanket.
Like I think this is crocheted. You can't tell.
Oh, okay. I think like lace, whatever.
Late
I think it was I think it was knitted.
something.
A knitted blanket that someone gave as a gift to my grandma when I was born.
Mm.
It was like pinks and greens
Mm.
and yellows maybe,
Mm-hmm.
but now she fucking threw it away.
Let's take a moment of silence for old blinkies. All right.
Okay.
These are creepy stories.
They are.
Yeah.
It makes you think
What's what?
like
What's
of
worse?
what you're bringing home now.
Yeah. No, seriously. What's worse? A haunted item or a haunted house?
Ooh.
House.
Yeah, probably.
Because how do you throw away a house
Yeah. Yeah.
or put a house in a museum?
You make it a museum. I don't know.
There you go. I thought that too, but
Yeah, I think I'd rather have a haunted item. But like we said earlier, those things can just leave one thing and go to another. Like if they're attached to you,
Yeah.
I don't know. You're the problem.
I know. Cleanse yourself.
Yeah, they when I was watching one of those videos, the guy who created those boxes I was telling you about,
Mm-hmm.
he was telling the guys that he was giving the information to that were taking the tour that he would put holy water on his hands every time he would leave, so that way nothing would attach to him. Well, like I said earlier, if that's what you believe, the intent is there. That's what I think is important to me.
Yeah.
Everyone to each their own. I think it's the same as if I was like, I'm going to put Florida water on my mirror. It's the same idea. So the
Yeah.
intent is what matters. And I think that's important for
Yeah.
setting your boundaries. Like Sabrina was saying in our mediumship episode, making sure your boundaries are set up. If you're going to
Yeah.
the thrift store, make sure you're cleansing or at least like intentionally cleansing these things before you bring them into your home.
Yeah.
Because
You never know.
true, I'm gonna try that
That app, the filter.
that filter right now. Yeah.
I'm scared.
Oh yeah, it lit up. The doll.
On the doll.
Yeah. So should I show you on my hand?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Hold on.
On your
So
face.
I'm lit up. My hand's lit up. Okay, let me get the doll. Hold on. Gosh, this is hard. Is she lit up? Yeah,
Yeah.
she is. And not everything lights up.
Hell no. Come on, Wayne. To the no, no, no. Come on. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Come on. Hell no, no. To the no, no. To the no.
Be aware of what you're bringing home into your house. Whether it's gifted to you, like maybe it would be okay to be like, where'd you get this from? Or
Yeah.
it doesn't even have to look sketchy to be sketchy, right?
A lot of rings are passed down.
Oh yeah.
Jewelry. Obviously clothes. Armoires.
I have one of those, yeah. But I didn't, I don't. Music box, another one that was in the Warren.
I'm really
Music-
curious about their daughter Judy and her
Like-
perspective.
Right. It'd be cool to have her
Yeah.
come tell her story.
Tell
I'm
us
sure
your
a lot of
stories.
people try to get her.
Is she on the internet?
Judy. I don't even know. Probably not.
She would be
Judy
older.
Elizabeth Warren, Facebook. I mean, that is not her. That is some little girl. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can find out.
Maybe she
She's
doesn't know or
79
something.
years old. Looks like there's the daughter of Ed and Lorraine Warren talks. So someone, Judy Spera. That's her married last name. I don't want this to make noise, so I'm not going to click it. But yeah, I know in the movies she had what's her name? Lorraine had like visions of her getting hurt.
The daughter.
Mm-hmm. Are you looking for her?
Yeah.
It's 111. We're at 111. 112.
What? Oh, I
The
was like,
time.
where? It's barely 11 o'clock.
I wonder.
There's
I
something
would
on
like. On what?
an article on people.com.
Oh, maybe. Let's see. Judy Warren's.
Oh wait, did I just find her her Instagram?
She has an Instagram.
No, that's another lady.
Judy Warren, the daughter of Ed and Lorraine Warren,
Oh, I think it
occasionally
is her.
shared her perspective in interviews.
Yeah, I think it is her. But
Really?
she has like 1900 followers in one picture.
I wonder if it's actually her or
I clicked on
someone.
the picture and it looks very similar. You can't really tell.
But I
I'll
wonder
send
if
it to you right now.
it's. Okay. Judy has consistently expressed deep respect and admiration for her parents' work in the field of paranormal investigation. She has described them as deeply dedicated to helping people who are experiencing terrifying hauntings and demonic possession.
It is
How
her.
it is, but like, is it
Yeah.
someone pretending to be her, or is
I
it
don't
her?
think she doesn't have any, like, she doesn't have a following. It doesn't look like it's just one picture.
Because maybe people are like, is it really her?
Well, in her
Um,
tag, they're tagging her, but in a bunch of Ed and Lorraine stuff.
this says she's described how as a child she was somewhat insulated from the darker side of her parents' work, but she was aware of the danger.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the terrifying nature, she's mentioned that she felt unsafe. Oh, she never felt unsafe. Largely
Oh
because,
shit!
largely
Sorry.
because of her parents' protective instincts and the spiritual practices they followed. It was a difficult and unusual childhood.
Yeah.
Judy believes in the existence of the supernatural, echoing her parents' view that there's both good and evil spiritual forces in the world.
In 2020 interview with Dan of Geek, Judy said that she spent most of her childhood living with her grandparents because of how Ed and Lorraine traveled to their job. For a brief period, she did live with her parents, but Judy said it was difficult to feel comfortable in their house. I was terrified there in their house, so I just didn't sleep there. I couldn't sleep in a room by myself, she said. Judy was scared of the paranormal for most of her life and still feels some trepidation. It's a big word about it, saying in the same interview, I don't pursue it, I back away from it. But as she got older, she also realized the importance of continuing her parents' legacy and protecting their reputation. I still get discouraged reading negative articles about today
Glitch.
in 2019. Nowadays, Judy helps run a paranormal investigation organization with her husband and is continuing the Warrens' reputation with strange, spooky, and unexplained. Yeah.
And you said that doll from Germany or Florida, it's in Florida
Mm-hmm.
still? At a museum?
I believe so. Yes, I think so.
There's actually
Oh.
there's a haunted museum in Las Vegas.
Yes, there is, but
Zach
I will not go to
Baggins.
that one.
Man, you gotta go.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. There is a haunted doll there. There's a Dybbuk box.
Oh
Dybbuk
no, those are,
box.
yeah, Divic.
There's a voodoo doll and other cursed items. I wonder how far you are from there.
It's probably not that far.
I remember
20
when we were
minutes
out
maybe.
there, I wanted to go.
It's like a little. It looks like a little house.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like
Ooh,
yeah. Do you see it?
I see the doll that's there.
Oh.
Ooh. So I'm curious about you
Aw.
guys' stories, and
Yes. Very curious.
I
I know
would have
you guys
been
have
more
stories.
curious. I know. And why didn't you send them before we had this episode? Now we what?
Now we have to go to your house and force you to tell us through the screen. Just kidding.
We're not really going, but we'll have to haunt your
Through the
computers and
screen. We're in their homes. I'm watching you. Just kidding.
so if you had to face a haunted item,
Oh no.
what would it be?
A haunted item.
Like if you had one in your house and you had to get obviously the means to get rid of it, like Ed and Lorraine Warren, what would that artifact be?
Oh man. Mm, the trash can. Just kidding.
What?
I don't know. I just damn. I never thought about this question ever.
Never ever.
Probably something not meaningful to me. Maybe
Right.
like
That'd be hard to get
yeah.
rid of it.
Yeah. Like I can't get rid of my new blankie because that one belonged to my grandma. Speaking of,
What?
which is something that was passed down from my grandma.
Oh.
Yeah.
You should use that filter, but it's only on TikTok, I think.
Oh, I don't have TikTok, but I've never gotten anything from that before. I don't really know. Maybe like I can only think of a mirror because we do also have a mirror downstairs that my dad got it from I don't know where, and I don't know if you remember it. Apparently, it was hung up in the Rosemead house.
The one by the bathroom downstairs?
But yes, that one was in the Rosemead house. I guess my dad had it by the front door or something. I honestly don't even know where he got it from. That's like the only thing I can really think of. I would say the mirror then, but it's scary too because even thinking what you said about the mirror.
Yeah. Yeah, those it would probably not be a mirror for me. No thanks.
No.
No. Like that music box your brother brought home. He's
Music
like,
box.
"Oh,
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I'm gonna take it apart and I'm gonna use the motor for something." How about no? Just get rid of the whole damn thing. I don't even know actually where that thing is if we did throw it away.
Yeah.
Because there's got to be like there is a procedure for that type of thing also. You don't want to just throw it in the trash. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to like do some sort of
Cleansing.
I don't know about if cleansing's the right word. More like a binding and disposal of it. Like not
I have
just.
no idea what that means.
Yeah, it's for another day.
Okay. Like, are you exercising it?
No, but you're stopping it from doing more damage and like stopping it from like harming you or coming back. So once you get rid of it, it's like you're banishing it instead of just like, oh, I'm gonna go throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
You want to like stop its energy too because the vessel thing is you know.
That's why in a lot of stories people say that they threw it out or they burned it, but like it came back, or like then they don't know how that happened and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They just didn't dispose of it correctly.
right. I think that happened in the Annabelle movie, but I don't know if that was like part. I don't remember hearing that as part of the real story. I think that might have been for the movie purpose,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
yeah. So,
Yeah. I don't. I can't think of anything either. Either I can't really think of anything. Um, Maybe like a pair of shoes. Like a old pair of shoes.
what would happen when you put those shoes on?
I
Or
dance. I'm just kidding.
okay.
Um, I no, I don't know. Man,
Man,
man.
to be continued. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
On off the topic,
You get
huh?
visions. You would get visions.
Like a hat,
Yeah.
and you just see stuff.
Oh, I have hats that were my grandpa's. Maybe I should put it on.
Yeah. Put the little filter on it. Put a video. Insert a video.
Yeah.
Off topic. We're like almost wearing the same thing,
I
just
know.
different,
It's
different
weird.
colors, and then our
I
hair is the
almost.
same. You're just
Wow.
missing your glasses.
Yeah, I stopped wearing them in general because I think they were giving me more headaches than they were
What were they
helping.
for?
So I can see far, but they were saying like up close, my eyes strain, but they wanted me to wear them all the time. Like when I was looking at things up close, my eyes strain,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes far away also. But they were also because at night when I'm driving, the lights, they're like,
So you have astigmatism?
they didn't say that. No.
That's what that
But
is.
yeah. So I don't know why they wouldn't have said that, but
I have astigmatism in both
yeah.
eyes.
Those things come and go though, right? They can go away. I've heard.
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know. Yeah, I could see without them. It's just a little out of focus.
Yeah.
I just sometimes if I don't wear them, like if I go all day without them, then I get
Yeah.
really bad headaches.
Yeah. So that's what was happening to me because I was wearing them. I feel like they were making my, I don't know. Can I help you, Otis? I don't know. I know that there was a week where I got a couple headaches in that week, and I got a migraine. And when I get migraines, oh no, it's over. Like they're called ocular migraines, where you get this little thing in your vision and you can't see. It'll either block one eye or both eyes. Some people call them aura, or not oral, fucking aura, but they're called ocular migraines. So that will usually tell me, okay, within 30 minutes, I'm going to have a full-blown migraine.
Oh shoot.
So I don't even like talking about them. I'm going to go ahead and knock on the table because
Okay.
I'm trying to fuck around with that. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Those are the worst, literally.
I've not experienced that.
You don't want
At
to.
all.
It's not fun.
I don't want to. Yeah, no. I had my first panic attack like a year and a half ago, before I got pregnant. It was not fun. I had always heard of people having them, and then when I was having it, like everything was, I couldn't, like my hands were like scrunching up, my eyes were shutting, like I couldn't even open my eye. Like it was just so, I was having a hard time breathing, like I didn't understand, and then I understood. And then I heard too, like, oh, if you like chew on like if you eat sour candy, like it helps you prevent a panic attack. And for some reason I had bought sour candy, and I like was in the beginning stages, so like I popped one in, but then my mouth gave up on me, or like my throat, so like I just
You
had
were
candy in my
choking
mouth, and
too?
yeah, and I was just like, I just spit this out, like I couldn't like chew or swallow, like it was
Yeah.
just so bad. Yeah,
Those aren't fun either.
yeah, no, yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
What you said you would pick what? A music box.
Oh. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know if
said
I
you
would
pick.
pick a music box, but
Oh,
maybe. What would I pick to be? I think to make this easy is maybe something passed down within the family. So if
mm.
it's haunted by a family member
There you go.
and not by some weird shit that I
You're right.
don't need.
You're right.
Yeah.
I like your answer.
I didn't think
Like your
about that either when I asked you, so
mhm.
maybe I answered for both of us. Or maybe it was
Yeah.
the doll. Maybe it was the doll. Also, the table that I'm using was my grandma's. So
Oh wow.
it's like are you one of those people who, after a scary movie, if you don't watch it during the day, like if you actually watch it at night, you have to watch something happy after? That's like kind of what we're going to
I'm
have to
gonna
do, right?
pop something on. I already thought about it. What I'm gonna
What do you,
once we get off, I'm gonna put something on.
what are you going to watch?
I don't know, Shark Tale or something.
Shh. Who stepped in the room? Oh my God.
Or 50 First Dates. I love that
Oh,
movie.
I like that
So
movie a lot. Yeah.
yeah. So maybe that one. Because I literally thought about that. I'm like, I'm gonna put something on once we get off.
Yeah. Thing 2 had her friend over on on Tuesday or something,
Uh-huh.
and they're like out here gonna watch a scary movie, and they
Mhm.
picked one, and then I I think they ended up watching something else because thing 2 is like all obsessed with that right now. And then in the morning they put the scary movie on. They wouldn't watch it at night. I was like,
That's that's what we would do when I would sleep over, and
yeah,
when thing one was cooler. Um
he's rude now.
um we would watch, and it was mostly summertime, so we'd be like, let's watch a scary movie, and then during nighttime we'd watch all the funny ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll
But
watch
didn't we
anything though.
see didn't I just thought of something right now. Didn't one time when I slept over and we were both in the living room, didn't we you see something in the hallway?
Yeah, but I've seen things here before.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think I've seen something in the hallway. Yeah, probably. I don't exactly remember that time,
mhm.
but I know your brother's also seen things. Maybe we should have him on one day to
One
talk
day.
about some things like that. Maybe we'll have to figure out what that episode will be about. And we might need more participation from people for
Yeah.
that one. But uh, the the cabinet thing, I think I've mentioned that in
Mhm.
the poltergeist episode
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Comment down
yeah,
below if you have a good story. Maybe you'll be invited onto.
yeah. You don't have to tell us in the comments what it is. Just tell us you have a story or send us a DM.
Yeah.
And if we get enough
DM
of
us.
those, yeah, entertain us, humor
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
give us some juice so we have some shit to
Some
work with.
juice.
Juicy shit.
If you gotten this far, comment juicy.
Schmoozy. What was it? Schwoozy?
Schwoozy. Schwoozy.
Fucking
That's your word.
schwoozy.
You guys want merch that says swoozy?
And Gutcha Bitch.
Swooshy? Yeah.
Yep. All
Yep.
right.
That'll be, or like, yeah, we'll figure that out later.
What, merch?
Yeah.
Oh. Everyone's like,
Scar-
yeah, merch.
Scaredy cat. I know.
Oh, yeah. Scaredy Cat and Schwoozy.
Yeah.
Was it Schwoozy or Schmoozy?
Schmoozy. It was one of
Schmoo.
those two.
I meant schmuck. And I said
Oh.
schmoozy. Same shit, whatever. It is what it is.
You went with it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Right. All right. Well,
Yeah.
is there any ending info or inspiration you want to give? Insight, love, appreciation. What else?
What? I am curious. Did you guys like the vlog? Like,
Yeah.
comment
That
down
was
below.
fun.
I want to know. Yeah, it was fun. So we can
It
do
was fun.
more once we, when we're together. Or do you want to see her do a vlog and then me do a vlog separately? Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know. But thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah.
This episode was fun.
It
Spooky.
was. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And until next time, cleanse your items you buy
You
or
buy.
or gifted.
Yeah. Cleanse them.
What is it?
Bitch.
Was it? Don't be spiritually irresponsible. There you go.
What she said. And
We
don't
love
be
you
spiritually
guys.
dirty. Cleanse yourself.
Yeah, you hoe. You spiritual hoe.
Yeah. All
Go
right,
wash
bitch.
your ass.
Your spiritual ass.
Yeah. Go
And
brush your spiritual fucking teeth, you dirty hoe.
okay, bye. I love
Bye.
you.
Hello?